Welcome to the Tenaciously Resolute Podcast. Hi, and welcome back to the Tenaciously Resolute Podcast. I'm your girl, Chris Nelson, and it's such a pleasure having you all here with me for another week of the podcast. Today, I have a little friend, not a big friend today, but two little friends on the podcast with me here. And the first little one, her name is Jade, and Jade is an author of this amazing book called My Super Hairo Hairdo, right? And guess who she has with her? She has an amazing cousin, Suri, and they're both on set with me today to chat about this amazing book and all about accepting your natural hair. Hi, and welcome to the podcast, Jade and Suri. How y'all going?
Good. How are you?
I am good, and I love the hairstyles, by the way. It is cute.
She did these ones by herself just now.
Uh-huh,
before we
she did?
left. She twisted them and then rolled them up with
I think it's cute, the bantu knots with the fro. It's nice. And I know yours going to look really nice as well, even after you took it out. And it is nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so Jade, how old are you?
I am 14.
And what school do you attend?
I'm homeschooled.
You're homeschooled. So Jade, at 14 years old, and probably even a little earlier before this, you have decided to write yourself a book?
Yes, I wrote it when I was 11.
Oh, wow. And listen, guys, this is not just a two-page book, right? This book is a decent-sized book. It has 48 pages, and it has some thickness, right? A really good book. Jade, what inspired you writing this book?
Well, when I was younger, I didn't really like my natural hair because I used to watch a lot of YouTube with people with straight hair. So I compared myself to them, and I thought my hair wasn't pretty because, you only see the blonde, long hair, and mine is like shrinking when it wet, when it dry, because, it's healthy, but you don't see it that way. You just see their hair long, my hair not.
Yeah.
So then Mommy actually cut her hair shorter than mine, so I felt like if I had really long hair.
So you had somebody to compare to.
Yeah, but then Mommy used to tell me a story about like kings and queens, and to decide if you could get to be a king and queen, your hair had to defy gravity. So they used to part everyone's hair, and the only people here who used to defy gravity and stand tall was people with afros. And it made me love my natural hair. So then I grew up a bit, and Mommy wanted to write a book called Why I Love My Afro Hair, which you can see the little words here.
Yeah, at the bottom it does say Why I Love My Natural Hair. Right at the bottom here. I mean, you'll have to see it in person, but it does.
So Mommy asked me if I wanted to write it instead, because she said God was telling her to let me write it instead. So I changed the name to My Super Hairo.
Yeah.
And I kept it Why I Love My Afro Hair. So I wrote it to try to help people around that age who might be comparing themselves to social media, getting bullied for their hair, or like might have a mom that might not love their natural hair. So that's why I wrote it.
Okay. That's an amazing story. Well, I mean, backstory for why you decided to write that book, right? But Jade, there are so many people around your age group, and I'm sure you do sports, and even though you're homeschooled, I'm sure you do sports, and there are other people that has hair like yours. Didn't that affect the way that you see your hair? Didn't it feel normal, or did it feel abnormal to you still?
It still felt kind of abnormal because I used to watch it online more, and still, even in our culture, your hair is not really so accepted because your hair is so picky, it's so hard, you have late for school hair, so it's not really accepted, especially since so many people still relax their hair. I wasn't really used to seeing people with their hair open. Around my age, I saw lots of braids, brush their hair up with a fake bun. So I wasn't really exposed to many people with hair like mine. Like my hair was usually open or in cane rows, and people still get bullied if they have their hair in a natural hairstyle. Like I had a 5-year-old girl who read my book. She was getting teased in her school for having her hair in an open hairstyle, and she loved the book so much. And her mom called me, so I was really happy to hear that.
That's excellent. Because you know something, Jada and Suri, every year in Trinidad and Tobago, there's a discussion that pops up all about natural hair. Sometimes it happens in the schools where principals may be upset that students may be wearing natural textures out. Sometimes it happens in service based jobs like the police service or any other military based service. Like they do have restrictions on hair, right? And as a community of people in Trinidad and Tobago, we are all of different races, and within the African race, because our hair defies gravity, a lot of people feel as though you should restrain your hair or you should be in a state of some control, or it must be flat, or there must be a wig to hide it. But do you think now, knowing that your natural hair is God given and it is important to be able to feel comfortable in your own body, do you feel that as adults or even people within your age group that we should be changing our minds towards it?
What do you mean by changing our minds towards it?
I mean, changing our minds towards the way that we wear it or towards the way that we feel about it.
No, I think that you should always accept your natural hair first. And of course, if you want to change your hair to have it straightened, as long as your mind is not in I'm straightening it because my hair is ugly or too hard and I can't do it. But if you want to straighten your hair to say I want to try something new, I think that's totally different because you already accept yourself and you know my hair is beautiful, but I want to try something new. So it really depends on how they want to change it or what their mindset is, and then I would say that I don't need to change or it might need to change.
Yeah, that's an excellent answer, Jade. That is an excellent answer. So, Suri, your hair is all out in all its glory. What do you think about your natural hair? You love it? That's amazing. And it's perfectly normal to accept your hair as is. And it's nice to see that, you know, you love it in all its different forms. Right? So let's jump back to the book a bit. Tell me about the plot. How did we get to this superhero team? Tell me all about it.
Well, at first it was mommy idea. She didn't say specifically that it would be called superheroes, but she just said an Afro book and something to do with superheroes. So then we just decided that each child would be facing a different problem with their natural hair, and they would be assigned a superhero that would come to deal with that problem. And the kind of plot is everyone has a superhero kind of inside of them that could help them with their hair. That's why the names are kind of similar. The superhero names are similar to the characters as well.
Yeah, very nice. So, what encouraged you to get the names? I see that there's normally, you know, when there's these discussions, usually it's little girls, but there's also a little boy that is pictured on the front of the book. Yeah, he is with his cornrows right here.
Yeah.
Right? So, how did you decide to also have a male character?
Because I was thinking that we often focus on girls all the time, and boys have insecurities too, especially when they're younger. Because you know, you get told boys shouldn't cry or this or that, but I feel like in the newer generation they're allowed to do those things, and they're more sensitive as well to the public stuff. So I wanted to include a boy so that if they were facing anything, they could like relate to it and feel like, oh, boys do this too, like is normal, and then they could have it to represent them.
Yeah, that is so nice. And that is true, you know. A lot of young men do not feel as though they're represented in any kind of media, really, in a positive light when it comes to their hair. Have you ever seen in person how young boys are treated when it comes to hair?
Not in person, but I've seen many incidents online and school and stuff like that, and like you need to cut your hair, don't look good, it look messy, like you can't get cane rows, you look like a girl. And I don't like that because I feel like it's their hair, they should be able to do what they want with it. I'm not saying they should leave their hair to get matted and not take care of it at all, but they could grow their hair, it's their hair, it's not a girl. If it's able to grow that way, then it's not specifically for girls. If it was specifically for girls, their hair couldn't grow that length in the first place. So I think that it was important to include that, even though I never saw it firsthand. I saw it online in different ways, so I wanted to include it.
Excellent. So, if you were to encapsulate within a minute or two what the book is about, right? Not reiterating the pages word for word, but if you were to give me a tidbit out of the book that you enjoy the most, what would you tell me about it?
The like which character I like the most or something like that?
Not just the character I like the most, but I'm talking about while writing the book, there would have been different areas that you would have covered, different characters and different journeys. Which one was your favorite?
Well, my favorite character journey would definitely be Naomi, because her mom is the one who didn't like her natural hair, so it addressed a lot of generational things, repeating patterns in that one, and I found it very deep and it more interesting to make the book more like entertaining rather than everything is the same. Because even if I had her just like have a regular superhero or everything like that, I think it wouldn't have been so entertaining to be all ages. It might have been 6 to 10. But it actually is very interesting. But every child has different problems. So for Nicholas, his problem is, which is the boy, his problem is bullying, which I would assume is because, you know, you can't have long hair. He's a boy. And Zaria is representing me, comparing herself online, even though she doesn't look like me and has the same hair type as me, she still represents me.
Yeah.
And yes.
All right. So what I do, and I must say, I do think that the graphics in the book are very beautiful. What are your thoughts on what went into having this book so beautifully colored?
We had it
illustrated.
We had it illustrated on an app called Fiverr. The lady took a whole year to illustrate it because she was a little confusing, and we had to switch artists because something happened to the first one, and that's why it took so long for the book to be published. You see, I wrote it when I was 11, and now I'm coming here when I'm 14.
Yeah.
So it took a year. So it came out when I was 12, and then when I was 13, I wasn't home for a year. I was traveling. And then I now come back, so I'm trying to be like, hey, oh yeah,
look, my book. Me? Yeah, and we ain't going nowhere yet.
I was still right here for 2 years ago. I wrote it, but like I'm still here. Come see my book. Come
check my book out. Yeah, but I mean, nothing is wrong. Traveling opens your eyes to so much, and I'm sure out there you got an opportunity to see other people with natural hair and how they treat it. How was that for you?
I didn't really see much people with it, honestly. As I went to Africa, not many people had their furrows like you would imagine.
Wow.
Like all the children, their hair was shaved down. Like, you know, they were kind of bald.
They were bald?
Yes. But I think it's because hair products kind of expensive there. So I don't think some of them couldn't afford it and stuff like that. But it's not, I don't think it's very accepted there as much as I would think it was.
Well, and that's such an interesting take because that's in the continent, the motherland, where everybody was like, you know, you'd assume everybody there are Africans and everybody would be in their full form, their full naturalness, and it's interesting to know that the kids are bald. That's a very interesting take. But I do remember encountering some content online, and I think that's part of their educational journey.
Yes,
they have to cut their hair. And it does say something for us here. All kids are not subjected to that, you know, or young people can't carry their natural hair. They could cornrow it. I mean, yes, there might be some reprimands on if it's untidy or if it's braided and it's too long or it's excessive. But by and large, you can still wear your natural hair. So that's an excellent context.
Yeah, we saw a video on Facebook. This girl, she wasn't from there. She had this really nice long hair, and she had to cut it off to go to school.
Oh, she probably cried.
She did cry.
Yeah, I would have bawled my eyes out. Forget what the school, just homeschool me and done. Yeah, that probably was really terrible. But I mean, different cultures have different rules, and I guess
everything works for them in their own way.
In their own way, because when you think of it, even it will create a form of normalcy across the board. Everybody is a kind of standardization, so there's no distractions, I guess. So I guess within everything there are nuances, and everyone would know the reason why they may have taken that path. But other Jade back, pick up the book. So Jade, where can we get the book?
You can get the book in Nelson's bookstore, and then Nigel Arcan in Trinidad. I believe we have some at the Crumb Point Boutique Hotel. We have one in a cafe.
Is it Short Things?
Yeah.
Short Things Cafe over at Lambeau. And upstairs TLH building. I'm hearing that you have it there as well. But so far, how has it been going marketing your own book? Well, you're the author, right? So it is a very unique experience for you being a youth. Normally, people have publishers and third parties doing it. You're doing it on your own. How has that journey been for you?
Well, I'm very grateful for Mommy, and she has plenty of her friends, like her prayer partners and stuff like that. They really are the ones who help me. Like, they do all of the behind the scenes things, and I just come and I'm smiling and talking about the book, obviously. But it takes a lot of bravery for me to do it, because I was really shy before. So they really hyped me up to do it. But with like posting things online, they are really the main people who help me.
Yeah. Very nice. And it's nice to see that you have a supportive team of people behind you. That's good. And it's excellent when you're gracious. Always say thanks to people that help you along the way. All right? So, guys, Jade has done an amazing job. I don't want to go into too much detail, because we do have to leave some things in here for you all to read on your own time. Because if we give you all too much, then you all will want to come and get the book. And we think that it is important for you all to come and get the book. So, with that being said, I'd like to let you all know that we're doing a giveaway. All right? So, the first person that comments My Super Hairo book in or comments on our Facebook Live tonight, as well as the first person who also comments it on our YouTube page, will be winning one of these superhero books. Jade. And Jade will be right here to hand it over. Am I right?
Yes.
Right? So once you comment and you are selected, you will be invited via DM to come and connect with Jade and to read the book. And guys, I really do prescribe this book, not just young people. And I mean, ideally, because of the characters, it is suitable towards a certain age range. But I feel like anybody at any age range can get and understand the journey of why we should appreciate our natural hair and see how our own personal interactions can impact others while they are on their natural hair journeys as well. Right? So guys, once again, the books can be found in a wide range of areas around you.
You can still get from me personally.
You could get it from Jade. So Jade, how are they getting it from you personally? Do you have a page to the book?
Well, we have a contact number, because we're not really active on the pages yet. So the contact number is 479-6629.
Right? And tell me the locations where we can find the book again.
You can find them in Trinidad at Nigel Arcan, Tobago at Nelson's, Crumb Point Boutique Hotel, and Short Things.
Right? And upstairs, TLH building. Right? So, guys, that's it from us here at the podcast. Thank you, Jade. And Suri, come in the shot one more time with her pretty self. Thank you, Jade and Suri, for coming on the set. And, guys, pick up your books. Pick up your books. Do ensure to tap in and comment My Super Hairo on our Facebook and our YouTube so that you could win yourself a book for you or your child so that you can also enjoy this amazing product. All right? So that's it from us here at the podcast. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And thank you, Jade, and thank you, Zuri. Tell all my audience, have a tenaciously resolute week. Let's tell them. Have a tenaciously resolute week from us here at the studio, and have a positive week ahead. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the Tenaciously Resolute Podcast.